to Confident AF Live, taking your mindset next level to get next year's results today with me, your host, Brandon Foster. Are you a badass peep with big dreams, ready to turn your unrealistic goals into reality? Confident AF Live is the gateway to enormous new opportunities and unlimited possibilities. The unrealistic can suddenly become realistic for you if you believe it. Are you ready to take your dreams and results to the next level? Then stay tuned as we help crack open the door to new ways of impactful thinking and believing about yourself with mindset practices for badass people like you. Confident AF Live starts right now. Well, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, boo. Welcome to another Confident AF Live podcast episode. I am so grateful you are here today, as always. Grateful to inspire you, grateful to encourage you, and grateful for the opportunity that God has given me to bless your life. You know, it's hard sometimes doing what I do because of my own insecurities. So much of what I share with all of you is things that I've had to move through, pieces I've had to heal, lessons I've had to learn. And none of us like to always share our mistakes, share our lessons, share our trials, share our tribulations. And my intention, of course, is never to bleed all over you on things that I haven't healed. It's always to share from a place of healing and encourage you in your own humanness, your own mistakes, all those pieces. And so today I'm really excited to share something a little bit different. It's something that I've known. It's something that I have had some understanding on, but it's something that I am having a much deeper and more potent and powerful understanding of, which is really a requirement as you grow and you scale your business. And that is stop defending, stop explaining, and stop caring about what everybody else thinks. Can I say that again? I feel like I need to say that again and give you a little hallelujah, praise Jesus, praise ye the Lord. Stop defending, stop explaining, and stop caring about what everybody else thinks. This goes with your significant other. This goes with your business partners. This goes with your vendors. This goes with your team. And I want to be really clear about this too. I'm picking up my trash can that just fell over underneath my desk. I want to be really clear about this because I do want to hear what my husband has to say. I do want to hear what my team has to say. I do want to hear what vendors and partners have to say. But I want to hear what they have to say when I know that they are, one, in it with me. Number two, we share a common goal and a common mission together. We're working together toward a goal. And number three, when they're invested, when they are recognizing where I'm coming from, when they're willing to hear what I have to hear. So I want to be clear about that. So a big piece of this is really for people who are not in it with you. So if you have someone on your team who is not marketing, who is not playing their part, not doing their role, not contributing, not developing themselves. Well, first of all, I'd ask you, why are they still on your team? But second, I would say, maybe you're giving them a chance to rise up. Second, I would say is if they're not in the arena with you, they don't get a say. They do not get a say. If they're not in the arena with you, they don't get a say. People on social media, when you are starting to showcase your values and your talents, what you have to offer, you're probably going to engage at some point in some way, in some fashion, in paid advertising. And when you do paid advertising, you're going to get people who are not right for you, who are going to see it. because you really don't control who does see it. You will do your best and you will tweak the ads. You will tweak the paid advertising. You will maybe you hire an expert to help you. You will do your best to get it in front of the right people. But you know what? Whenever you put a billboard that says, I'm here to serve pizza and I love pizza and this is how I like my pizza, you're going to have people who have no interest in pizza, who really, really hate pizza, who are annoyed by pizza. You're also going to have people who really like pizza, but they don't like your recipe and they don't like how you serve pizza and they don't like what you have to offer. And that's okay. But it's really important for you to realize that you should never defend who you are. You should never defend what you're offering. You should never defend any of those pieces. And I learned this from the Four Agreements. It's an incredible book, The Four Agreements. But we often take things personally. And when we take things personally, we want to defend. And Dr. Hawkins' amazing book, Letting Go, he says that when you defend, you invite attack. And so I want to encourage you that if someone doesn't like what your offer is, if someone doesn't like for me, ads, like, I would never work with anybody that calls me boo. Well, I would never want to work with someone who I can't call boo. So the feeling is mutual. I love you, but we're just not meant to work together. That's cool. You are sushi and I am queso. So what I want to say is you don't need to defend your service. You don't need to defend your pricing. You don't need to defend who you are. Because if you defend it, you invite attack. I actually did this. I did this, and this was this was a losing battle. And as a part of me integrating and learning this process, but I had somebody on one of my Facebook ads say something to effect of, because it was an ad geared to the travel industry, because as you know, I created all the emotional intelligent content for an ASA certified travel school, and I was their expert for about 4 years. And one of the things that they said was, yeah, but have you been a travel agent? And of course, like, I engaged. But basically, they were attacking me, is what they were doing. They were attacking me and saying that mindset expert doesn't know what he's talking about in the travel industry, and I bet this person has never been a travel agent. So I responded and said, yes, I am a travel agency owner, blah, blah, blah. Well, the very next thing they asked was, yeah, but are you earmarked? It was like, basically, it didn't matter what I would have said. They had already decided that I was full of bullshit. For whatever reason, they thought I was full of bullshit, didn't like the ad, their own perspective, own assumptions of me. They don't even know me, really. How can you learn anything? Like, an ad is really just that. It's just about getting your face in front of people so they have the opportunity to learn, grow, and digest more about who you are. It really is all an ad is for. But basically, I fell right into that trap of defending myself, like right into it. And I was thinking to myself, I know exactly how this would go. If I had said, yes, I am earmarked, then the next question would be like, well, what earmark status are you? And then it would go into like, well, how long have you been in business? And what are your actual sales? And like, it didn't matter what I would have said. This person would have continued on and on and on and on and on. And so the moral of the story is, inside of your business, remember that it is your business. That means you get to accept full responsibility and take full ownership. So that means if things go right, you can thank God and you can accept responsibility. When things go wrong, you still thank God because he's going to give a way out, and you accept responsibility, right? Because it's your business. So the beauty of owning your own business is you have nothing to defend. Like, it's your business. You get to do what you want to do. Now, I will say that you should always be doing everything in your business from a place of service and from a place of love and from a place of, well, again, giving, service, and love, right? Because that is what you want to do in your heart anyway. What you really want to do in your heart with your business is you want to bless other people's lives with the talents that God's given you, the skill sets he's bestowed upon you. You want to help other people with what you have to give. And there is not a better energy than that. So as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am being my best self, and I am doing my best to be of service, to give my gifts to the world through my business, and to make offers, which, by the way, selling, you gotta love selling, because all selling is, and I learned this from my friend of mine, Francis, all selling is making an offer to help other people. And if you never make an offer, people are never going to take you up on it, and they're never going to know how you can help them. So like, if you own a business and you're not selling, you are actually doing a huge disservice. In fact, I sent a message to a group of people that I really love and adore today, and I reminded them, any day that you post on social media, you're telling people I'm open for business and I'm ready and willing to serve you. Any day you don't post on social media, you're saying I'm closed for business and I'm not at the capacity to serve you. And a lot of people feel like weird or whatever about making offers, but you should have no shame in making offers. And I would also say that when it comes to social media, I don't remember where I heard this, but make sure you're making deposits and you're making withdrawals. Add service through your social media. I mean, that's why this podcast exists. How many of you have gotten tremendous value, encouragement, motivation, inspiration, joy from listening from the words that I have to speak? I'm providing tremendous value through this podcast. Tremendous deposits for all of you. So stop defending. Defense invites attack. You have nothing to defend. The second thing is stop explaining yourself. Because oftentimes you're explaining yourself because you're actually defending yourself. And I learned this a really, really long time ago. Because people always wanted to understand, why did you want to be a circus clown? Why do you want to film school? How are you going to make money being a mindset expert, confidence coach, encouragement? Like, how is that even possible? Who's going to pay you for that? And the answer was always the same. I don't know. And I don't know how. I just do. I don't know why I wanted to be a circus clown. I just did. I don't know why I wanted to go to film school so bad. I just did. I don't know why I wanted to become a mindset expert, confidence coach, and encourage people. I just did. I didn't know how I was going to make money doing it. I just knew I could, and I knew I would. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Now, when it comes to your team, when it comes to your significant other in your family, it is helpful to explain your thought process because it impacts them, right? When you're making a financial decision, it impacts your significant other, it impacts your family. When you're doing a new time commitment, that could impact your family, could impact your team. When you're changing things in your company or organization, it's going to impact other people. And so you, because you respect and love those people in your life, because you want them to experience great success, it is a tremendous helpful and value to explain your thought process, why you're doing what you're doing, and how it's going to help them, how it's going to be beneficial to them. But if you're setting a new boundary, if the person is not in it with you, if they're not a friend or family member, you don't owe them any explanation. None. And you know what? Sometimes, even for the people you love and adore, like your family members, like your friends, like people that work for you, like people you have partnerships, sometimes you don't owe them an explanation either. Sometimes you can't really explain it, and it's just like, I can't explain it. I just know it's the right decision. That gets to be okay too. Like, that is perfectly fine. I think honesty is what's really more important than anything. And I feel like for a lot of people, and I learned this from my friends over at Clients and Community, but as a leader, it is incredibly valuable to campaign ideas with your team. Because if it's going to impact your team, it's going to impact their life. Asking them how they think about it, how they feel about that will be of tremendous value for you. Because it'll allow you to tweak what you're going to do, tweak the offer to get their full support, right? We all swim up together quicker. When you have a team effort doing something, it's infinitely more powerful than an individual. If you need a visual aid, think about in Finding Nemo when they're all in the net and they're all swimming up to break the net or down to break the net. It's like that. But you don't have to explain yourself to other people that aren't in it. And sometimes you don't even have to explain that to your significant other people. And sometimes they're just going to have to, and if you've built that relationship, you've built that trust, if you built that respect, that value, when you tell them, I can't explain it, I just know it's the right decision, I'm not sure why I feel this way, it's just how I feel, like that's perfectly acceptable answer. They might not like it, and that's okay, but it's still a perfectly acceptable answer. Number 3 is really stop caring about what people think. And as I mentioned earlier, this is really more applying to people in ads, strangers, people you meet on the streets, people who are not in it with you, people who are judging you from afar, judging you by a Facebook post, a Facebook status, a YouTube video, Instagram, a book, like whatever it is. Just know that people who are hurting are going to judge you. And judgment is a separation of love. And anytime anybody judges you, it's because of their own insecurities. They're wanting themselves to feel better. So whenever someone is judging you or demeaning you or hurting your feelings or saying whatever it is that they're feeling, if it does hurt you, remember that's a place for you to heal. And step into your power of not letting it hurt you by realizing it that they're hurting and they're just trying to hurt you because they're already hurting inside. I love you so much. Thank you for listening today. Share this piece of encouragement with someone who needs it. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast episode. Join the Confident AF Mindset Practices Facebook group on Facebook, where I do additional trainings inside of there as well. I love you so much. Have a beautiful day. You have been listening to Confident AF Live, taking your mindset next level to get next year's results today with host Brandon Foster on transformationtalkradio.com. Listen or watch live every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, where I help badasses like you with big dreams learn to take their impact and results next level, turning those unrealistic goals into reality. Confident AF Live is the gateway to enormous new opportunities and unlimited possibilities. For more information, get in touch with me, Brandon, at brandonrfoster.com.